Hello and welcome to my garden and the dinosaurs who live there. It is Sunday the 24th of October and it's quite breezy, but it's sunny at the moment and it's a good day. An exciting day, possibly a traumatic day. So I finally finished the new chicken run and coop, and what I want to do is show you around it, and today's the day that I'm going to move the girls into it. So it's been a bit of a labour of love, and well, some of the time I could see it far enough, but the past 4 weekends, maybe 5, and 2 of those weekends had 3 days in them for me. I've been working hard on this chicken coop and run. The idea is to separate my blind hen Beryl with another hen, another 2 hens perhaps, and put them in here so that she's away from the 2 top hens in the flock that she's a bit scared of and sometimes peck her and makes her anxious when she's in the run that she's in at the moment. So let me show you what I've done. I'm really pleased with it. And then we'll pop the girls in and see how they get on. Sorry about the weather. We're going to have some sun and shade as well, but I'm not going to complain about the sun. I'm actually at the back just now, so let's just start here. So this is the back edge of the run, and you can see the coop in there as well. So the idea here is the bottom part, which is actually underneath the coop. There's plenty of space for them to have a little meander in there and a poke about in there, so that forms part of the run. We've got this 16 gauge weld mesh. This is the 1/4 inch holes, and then above we've got the inch holes, and this has got a door in it to give us access to the coop. So if I just open that up, and here we have the coop, which has got, is made of, what do you call it? Cladding. Sorry, it's still first thing in the morning. And then if we have a look in here, we've got a little coop light that forms part of the automatic door setup. And I've just got quite a low perch in here and no nest box. The low perch, which has got rounded edges, is because Beryl, who's blind, can only really manage sort of lower perches, and Hamble, who's going in with her, also can only really manage low perches. I am thinking about putting Jemima in as well, so we'll have 3 in this run and 3 in the other. And Jemima can manage bigger perches, but that's not a problem. But yeah, you can see in here, sorry about the wind noise, it's crazy windy. So it's pretty cosy for them. We've got a gap here to give ventilation. So if I just close this over, oops. And then we close this over so that it's all nice and secure. Keep predators at bay. So that's the back. While I'm here, just look on the top, excuse the bits of tree falling on it. This is 10mm polycarbonate to keep the rain out. And if we go round, right, sorry about the wind, the sun. So here we have the run in its entirety. It's about 1.5 meters deep that way, and it is about 2.5 meters that way. And then height wise, I keep saying it's about 5 feet tall. I can't remember what that is in meters. It's 4.5, 5 feet tall, whatever that is in meters. I've just got the door held open here, just with this little bungee at the moment. sorry. Getting lots of shadow. Where do I stand? There. Okay, the door again, the bottom part of the door has got the 1/4 inch weld mesh, the top has got the 1 inch weld mesh. The real reason that I've got the 1 inch weld mesh on the top is that I couldn't get the 1/4 inch, and this is still 16 gauge, still fox proof, but I felt I'd rather have that in the top part just because I guess mice and things could potentially get through that gap. Not that mice are really a problem for the birds, they'd probably try and eat them. But it just gave me a bit more flexibility, so I could use all along the bottom of the run. I've got that quarter inch, also 16 gauge. Here, this big panel here again is the 1/4 inch, and then the 1 inch there. And actually, if we go in, we have a look at the roof. I've got as well as the polycarbonate, I've got the 1 inch weld mesh at the top as well. Now over at this end, this is where the prevailing wind comes from. So here I've got see-through tarpaulin stapled on there, and here and here. So this stops the rain, the driving rain coming in, and it also stops the wind coming in, so it gets really quite snuggly in there. And when I go in, you'll probably hear the difference because you won't hear the wind noise. So in we come, and so I've built a little dust bath there, so that's a combination of compost and avian sand. There's some oyster shell and grits there. And here, this is actually an omelette, the brand name Omelette. It's actually a water container, but I've put their food in it because Beryl, the blind girl, it's easier for her to access it when it's open like this. And also, because it's quite a deep container, I'm hoping that they're not going to scoop it out quite so much. Could prove me wrong, they'll probably end up sitting in it and pooing in it and whatever, but this is my plan anyway for now. It just lifts off for me to fill it up and clean it and so on. I've got my usual easy chick on the floor, and the base is actually slabs, concrete slabs. And then I've put a layer of easy chick on top, which I use in the other run and coop, and they love. I've got a little water container over there. I can hang it up, we'll see how we go. I put it here because it's a little bit of a jaunty angle, this part of the coop, and when I had Beryl in here just having a wee mosey around a couple of days ago, and she sort of got down there and then got stuck because she didn't know where she was. And then we have underneath the coop for them, plenty of area there. I sort of pockled this together with an old fence slat, and then this is sort of moulding that I bought, and then just made the ladder effect so that they can get up into the coop. Let me just come in here. And we've got an omelette automatic door, which is set to close at a particular time and open at a particular time, and there's a little light, that little light inside the coop, it goes on 5 minutes before the door's going to close, so it acts as a visual cue as well to encourage them into the coop. The coop itself is, as I say, it's made from cladding. I had a bit of a not a scare, but I was proudly showing this off. Excuse me, proudly showing this off, and I was told that I'd put the cladding on upside down. So it's not really going to bother, it's not going to affect anything because it's undercover, it's not going to have rain on it, but there was a chance of maybe some rain ingress into the coop if it was outside. I've replaced the front, so I've changed the front cladding so it's no longer upside down, but when I went to do the sides I couldn't actually move the coop in such a way that I could get to the sides, because by that point the roof was on and I just couldn't move the coop round to do the sides. So the sides are still upside down but the front is the right way round. So I'm quite comfy cosy in the run. So what I'm going to do now is get the girls, I'll set up the camera, I'll get the girls in and we can see how that goes. So we're going to bring in Beryl, who's the blind girl, Hamble, who's her buddy, that's Hamble's the Barn of Elder, and I'm also going to bring in Jemima, who is a speckled Sussex and is also sort of a big softie, and she's further down the pecking order than Beryl is. So I think we'll have 3 in here. It's not a huge run, it's plenty luxurious for them, and of course I let all the girls out very, very regularly. So I'm hoping that the chickens will still stay, I'll say friends, but they'll still recognise each other, even although we're going to have 3 in one run and 3 in the other, because they're going to free range together. And when they free range, I always keep an eye on Beryl, so I can prevent any pecking or whatever, and it's the pecking that is the reason we brought her from, or bringing her from that run into this run. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, it's going to be a wee bit traumatic for Beryl, I think, just trying to suss out the lay of the land here, and only to make sure that she knows where the water is and when she knows where the food is. The other girls will guide her to it as well, because she'll hear them pecking. It's going to be traumatic for me too, my girls splitting up. Bit of a change, so we'll see how that goes. Anyway, I'll leave you with them having a mosey around the new environment, and I'll talk to you again very, very soon. Thanks so much for watching. Please give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed the video. Your comments are also gratefully received. I'll talk to you again very soon. Bye for now. Oopsie-daisy. They're all one in now, wouldn't they? There you go. Just be Beryl. Any poos? No. Come here. Come on, darling. Come on, darling. Oh. Hiya. Come on, darling. Humble. No. Oh, no. Just. Has she been bad to you? Hi. Hi, Beryl. It's all right, darling. Come on. Come on. There you are. Humble. Am I going to have to move her out already? Hello, darling. There you go. There's your wee thing to stand on. Come on. Hi, you. What are you saying?
And see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. All the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. You and I, the future is bright. Oh, you and I, we got it. Oh, we don't need no more. Oh, even in the hard time, you and I can weather any storm. Before I sleep, hear the crickets, see the moon. Side by side and through. No limit to what we can do. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. Oh, you and I, we got it. Oh, we don't need no more. Oh, even in the hard time, you and I can weather any storm.